What's up, you guys? This is the PuroAir 400, and this is a heavy-duty air filter that can purify 2145 square feet in an hour. Now, if you have a house bigger than that, it will do the whole thing. It just will take longer. So this is a HEPA 14 filter, and let me show you that right now. So basically, to remove the filter, you just pull this off the back right here, and it has these nice magnetic strips for easy on-off access. And this is the HEPA 14 filter. So the HEPA 14 is the most effective and powerful filter you can get. And actually, most of these will come with a HEPA 13, most air purifiers. So the HEPA 14 is 1 degree higher, and that basically means that it catches another degree smaller of particles. So it is the most effective air filter that you can get. So here is the pre-filter on the outside, and that will block big pollutants like hair and dust from getting in. And then in the middle, under that, you have the HEPA 14. So that will bind to allergens, bacteria, pollutants, like kind of smaller, like dust, stuff like that, and take them out of the air. And then on the back here, you can hear that. This, in the honeycomb there, we have the activated carbon filter. So that will actually bind to gaseous pollutants like formaldehyde. So we put it back in here. Oh, and here is the fan right here, right? So it pulls the air in here, purifies it through the filter, and then shoots it out through the top. So these filters are very easy to replace. You can buy them on Amazon. Just get the PuroAir brand filter so you don't void the warranty. And they'll last you at least a year on average. If your house is very dirty, maybe 6 months, but you can definitely get away with having these for over a year on average. So we put this back on, like so, snaps back in, and it does a great job. So let's take a look at the features here. So it has this cool kind of high-tech look. Just get a look at the aesthetic here. That kind of glossy black. So it has touch buttons up here. So we turn it on. And this is the indicator light. So that will go from red to orange to green. And you want it to be green, right? So obviously I have a little bit of work to do in my air here. So we've got the replace filter. This will glow when it's time to replace. You can hold to reset it. We have the timer that goes from 1 to 8 hours. I use this function a lot. And then we have speed here. So on the first one, A, that's automatic. So that will run the fan at different speeds depending on your air quality. There you go. See that we just got it to green there. So if it's on automatic, it'll slow it down at that point. So then we have 1, 2, 3, and then we have sleep mode. So we push that. That will turn the lights off, get it down to its lowest. So that's very quiet, barely audible. And then if you want to hold this button here 3 seconds, we'll turn on the child lock, and then that way your child can't turn it off. I took off my microphone so you can hear how loud it is. So we're on the lowest speed here, pretty quiet. Middle, a little louder. And then it's pretty loud on the third mode. And then we got sleep mode here. So barely audible, but still with really good airflow there. Some pro tips for you guys. So your air filter will actually be more effective if you put it lower to the ground. And the reason for that is pollutants in the air are heavier than the air, so they will settle to the ground. So put it on the floor if you can, rather than up on a shelf. One thing I like to do is turn my ceiling fan on high, which will then whip up all the pollutants in the air and dislodge them from sitting on your furniture, under tables. Get them up in the air while this is running, and will allow it to easily purify and be more effective. You want to put these in a high traffic area, so maybe like a doorway or a hallway where people are walking by, which will naturally increase airflow, which again is all about just getting those pollutants up in the air, so it's easier for your purifier to get them. You don't want to stuff your purifier into a corner. You want to have at least 8 inches between this and the nearest wall. However, with these rectangular ones, because we have the intake on one side, you can actually get away with pushing this more against a wall because it all comes in one side and shoots up the top. That's compared to the cylindrical air purifiers, which actually need a little bit more room to definitely be effective. So you can make that choice based on the aesthetic you like and the space that you have in your home. One tip for extending the life of your filter is to keep this back part clean. So just go over it with a soft cloth to remove any dust buildup. And you don't have to do that every day. I mean, it's whenever you clean your home. and that will prevent additional dust from getting into the filter and sitting there and blocking airflow.